Hey there everyone, welcome back to Path of Exile 2. We're getting super close to the 0.5 League launch. Return of the Ancients. The patch notes just dropped, so it's the perfect time to start working on our League starter. I'm not sure yet if I'll make multiple League starter videos or just one, but I will definitely show you the build that I'm personally going to play this league. I'm talking about the Demon form ED Contagion with Bone Storm. Firstly, you can jump straight into the PoE Ninja and start building it yourself. Link is in the description. But I strongly recommend you watch the full video. There are few important things that you need to understand to make this build work properly. Starting with the Act 1, our first goal is to reach level 6 so we can get Essence Drain. Just clear Grelwood and Red Veil. You should hit level 6 right after killing the boss in Red Veil, along with the level 3 gem. Until then, you can use Entangle, Chaos Bolt, Contagion or Unearth. Once you hit level 6 and get Essence Drain, we switch to Contagion plus Essence Drain for the rest of the campaign. This combo clears packs extremely fast and easily. Just drop Contagion on a pack, follow up with the Essence Drain, and keep moving. You don't even need to wait for the pack to die, just run past them and continue progressing. For the support gem priority, first will be Unleash on Contagion, then Swift Affliction on Essence Drain. Then we're taking Chain on Essence Drain, and lastly, Magnified Area on Contagion. Any extra support gems you find, you will save them for now. Next important milestone is to reach level 14 before the final boss of Act 1. This is very important because we need our main bossing skill, Bone Storm. Once you get Bone Storm, time to use those support gems you managed to save. First we'll go in Zenith, and second will go in Control Destruction. As soon as you have enough lightning damage on your staff or wand, swap Control Destruction for Living Lightning for even more damage. Now there are some changes with Bone Storm in 0.5 patch notes. It won't affect that much in the campaign, but I will still go through it. So before, Bone Storm had the Sustain tag, and the sustained skills roll crits per hit or projectile, not once per cast. So with Bone Storm, every bone projectile could independently crit. So if you have a high crit chance, it will scale extremely well. After the patch, Bone Storm will lose the sustained tag entirely, meaning it will likely revert to normal spell crit behavior, one crit roll for the whole cast. So when you channel Bone Storm, either all the bones can crit or none of them can. For the campaign, it's still much stronger. There are also a lot of changes with the energy shield, but we won't go through it in this video. I will talk about that in the end game build. Now after reaching Act 2, first priority is to ascend as quickly as possible. Choose Infernalist and activate your demon form. Demon form is a shapeshift skill. Basically, you shapeshift into a demon, which boosts the power of your spells. You gain Demon Flame every second you remain in demon form, at an ever increasing rate, up to maximum of 10 Demon Flame. You revert to human form if your life reaches 1. You also get increased cast speed and more damage while in demon form. You must be worried about the constantly losing life scenario, but don't worry too much about it. Even without any life regeneration, I was able to beat the entire campaign by just spamming the life flask. Along with all that, another huge reason I'm starting this build is just how smooth demon form feels during the campaign. The movement speed is insane. You're basically flying through zones while Contagion and Essence Drain delete packs behind you. You don't have to stop, you don't have to stand still while casting, and the whole build feels extremely fluid from early acts all the way into the maps. Honestly, this is the kind of league starter that makes the campaign feel fast instead of painful. You're constantly moving, constantly clearing, leveling up while melting bosses using Bone Storm. Now in Act 3, your Bone Storm support should look like Burgian level 2, considered casting and level 9. At this point, you have a clear picture of the build. Essence Drain plus Contagion for clearing packs, Bone Storm for bossing. You can also use Vulnerability and Frost Bomb for extra DPS. Our first Spirit Gem will be Ravenous Swarm. Support that will Corrosion to break enemy armor through poison. Second Spirit Gem will either go to Blasphemy, in which we can slot Despair, or Arctic Armor for defense. Now let's talk about the gear. I will only talk about the weapon. For the rest of the gear, Just find anything with good energy shield and life. That will be very important. For the weapon, early on, options are very limited. We're mainly looking for increased spell damage and +2 level of spell skills. This will affect both Essence Drain Contagion and Bone Storm. If you do not find that, we'll have to use two different setups. Set 1 for ED Contagion, we will take increased chaos damage and +2 level of chaos spell skills. And in set 2, we're gonna have to take increased physical spell damage and +2 level of all physical spell skills. This is very important. Do not mix up the spell skills. Before going through the passive skill points, let's understand weapon sets and weapon set skill points. So as you can see, I have two weapons here. In the first slot, I have this Voltaic Staff. Luckily, I have the +2 to level of all spell skills. But still, I'm using this for my ED Contagion. Because in the second slot, I have this amazing Reaping Staff, which gives me increased spell physical damage +2 to level of all physical spell skills, which only works for Bone Storm. Not for ED Contagion, keep that in mind. So now that you have understand how to slot your weapons in both sets, we will go to the binding screen, select Essence Drain, going to skill options and uncheck the second slot. You will only use this in first slot. Same with Contagion, go to skill options and only select this in the first slot. And now for Bone Storm, you only keep this in second slot. Now that you have done that, every time you cast Essence Drain, you will use the weapon from weapon set 1. And when you use Bone Storm, you will use the weapon from the second set. Now before we start looking at the important nodes, let me show you how do you assign weapon set skill points. For example, I want to assign this spell critical damage in the second weapon set, that's casting Bone Storm. So I will hold X here and then allocate in weapon set 2. This will show you with the green line so you're not confused. Now you can also take the next node easily and it will assign in the second slot, just like that. Now if I want to allocate this chaos damage node in weapon set 1, which is casting Essence Drain and Contagion, again hold down the button, select weapon set 1 and bam. And that is how you allocate weapon set passive points for massive damage in campaign. Now we can talk about the passive skill tree. First we will take Raw Destruction, then Entropy, going straight to Potent Incantation. After that, we're gonna take Empowering Remains. And then we're going straight to Sacrificial Blood. After that, you can take the spell damage and cast speed here. Then we want to take Jagged Shards in weapon set 2. You can see this as the green line. And for weapon set 1, we will take Void. After doing that, I like to go straight to Electrified Claw and Bringer of Order. Then we're taking Overzealous. Then we can start allocating all the weapon set specific skill points, like Sudden Escalation, Cut to the Bone, Blood Tearing, Shredding Force, and Dark Entries. And that's gonna be it for my ED Contagion Bone Storm League starter build. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment if you have any questions or tweaks for the build, and subscribe for more Path of Exile 2. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.